Hello guys, welcome back to another figure review of mine. Now we're gonna take a look at the DC Icons, DC Collectibles 2-pack from Superman and Doomsday. And I like this, I've been waiting for this pack for this very long time. I'm very excited to talk about this. I did this review 4 times right now. It was all perfect, something went wrong with my phone and YouTube was tripping. This is the packaging these figures are coming in. Very collectible friendly. I like the artwork here and some images of the figures here on the back. The S symbol, bloody S symbol on the front, the death of Superman, some rocks here on the side and in the front. And they are very, if you are a mint and box collector, then definitely I will recommend this 2-pack. But if you're not, I will still recommend it. Look at this backdrop that they've included, very nice, with the daily, I don't want to mix Marvel, Daily Bugle, I don't know what it is, not Daily Bugle, but anyway, let's not talk wasting much time about that. Let's take a look at the figures. Man, these figures are so good. I'm very, these collectibles are on top of the game in my opinion. If you look at the price point and what they deliver, I'd rather have this 2-pack than the SH figure Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and that was a figure I would be waiting a long time, but I still bought this one first, but I'm still going to get that one, I think. And this Doomsday is just perfecto. Let's take this out of the side and you can look at this Doomsday figure. Look at him. The shading, the sculpting details. But first let's look at the accessories of these figures, and then we're going to take a look at the figures itself. Doomsday comes with 2 interchangeable hands. Look up close. Very nicely sculpted with nice paint on it. With the nails are nicely done with nice sculpt. Look at it, and the shading is good as well. And he also comes with this, the feathered Superman cape, with the holes in it to put on his knuckles from his hands, or a fist of course, and it will stay on like this, but you need to hold his hand up to able to keep it on there. So yeah, Superman comes with this laser sight. I will show it off in a bit. I will pack it onto his face. It can basically just pack onto his face, as you see here on his nose, and you can use this on his fist, and also effect part. If you have read the comic, then you know what this is. He also comes with an interchangeable hand Superman, if you can see here, very nicely done, with the bruises. You can see here in blood, the death of Superman face, very nicely done, with nice comic feel to it. I like it a lot. It also comes with 2 sound effect parts, I don't know how to call that, which you can pack on here on this translucent piece. And he also comes obviously with a diorama piece, as you can see, with the flag, which is very nicely painted and nice sculpted as well. I like this a lot. And you can pack it into the holes, and you have several holes here, and you have a lot of rock. Look at this paint here and the sculpt, very nice, very nicely done. I like that a lot. And yeah, this is just such a beautiful diorama piece. And he also comes with a lot of rock pieces, and with a pack here, and you can pack this pack out and pack it onto other rock pieces to pack it in the pack hole. So that's very cool. I like they have done that a lot. And those are the accessories. So now let's take a look at the figures. The reason I'm doing this a little bit fast, because I want to talk about the figures a little bit up closer. Look at this Doomsday figure. Wait a minute, I need to heighten up my camera. But look at that Doomsday figure. It's just so good. I'm just so excited. I was so excited to get this one. It's like Christmas has come early this year. I'm definitely going to get more DC collectible figures. They really impressed me with this 2-pack. I really do. They really stepped up their game. Look at this bad boy. You can see his face. The sculpt on his face. Look at it. Very nicely done. His eyes, his mouth, the bone pieces, the shading on it. Look at the shading and the sculpt on everything on his face, and his hair. The shading on the purpley color. Did you guys see that? His hair is nicely sculpted as well, and his chest muscles. Look at it, nicely sculpted, nicely shaded, with a nice shading. As you can see, I will go up close. You can see here all the bone pieces are have a nice shading on it and nicely sculpted. And his abdominal area is nicely sculpted as well. I like the coloring on this. I like the flat out dark green here on his trunks, and his little bit emerald green, flat out emerald green on his boots. And yeah, look at this pieces here, and the articulation is very nicely hidden, and I don't mind if you can see it a little bit. Look at here, this back is nicely sculpted. Everything is just so great about this thing, and also the quality feel to it, the size, everything. So, and at first I wasn't really excited for this Superman, but now that I've played around with it this 4 or 5 days a week now, I'm very excited for this one. I have this 2-pack a week now, so look at this. The Superman figure is just so great. I like this a lot. Look at the coloring here. The color choices, the color blue and red and yellow is so nicely done. And his chest hair, nice comic feel to it. His face sculpt here is very nice. You can see the blood and bruises on his face. Here a little blood on his shoulder. And here his back. This is just a very nice figure. I like this one a lot. So yeah, let's take a look again at the Doomsday. Sorry, Dark Side. Every time I mix up the two, but yeah. All right, let's look at this bad boy. Let's look at the articulation of Doomsday. His articulation is really nice. I like the articulation points, but some things can go better. His hand was so stiff on there when I got him out of the packaging, when I wanted to pack out his hand. This got a little bit loose on mine. His elbow, unfortunately. But, you know, I can live with it though. His head is on a ball joint. It can only move up to there because of the scope of the hair. Move down to there, side to side a little bit and rotate. But I don't know if you can rotate all around. You can rotate nicely. So that's good. His shoulder... Whoa. So sorry. His shoulders can hinge out, but the bone piece limited from further moving further, as you can see, than this. But it's okay for me. He can also rotate, of course, there. I don't know if he has a bicep swivel, but he does have a cut here, it seems, but it can't move there. But he does have a rotation here at the elbow, but it can't move further in than this. It can hinge out to there, hinge into there, and rotate there, of course. And this side is a little bit loose, what I was saying. So that's a little bit unfortunate. The rest of the joints are nice and tight on there, though. And he has a diaphragm joint and an ab crunch, which crunches backwards still there. Very nice. And forwards till there. And you can see a little bit of seam here, and where the two plastic parts are connected. I don't know if that's because I crunched them very hard forward a couple of times. Maybe it's that because of that, but I don't hope so. You can also rotate at the diaphragm joint a little bit. And he has a hinged hip joint, like the SH Figure Art figures. As you can see, you can hinge it down a little bit and bring it forward, and he has a ratchet joint like Player Sky figures. So that's pretty cool. So because this is a heavy figure, that's the reason they have done that, I believe. And it's a very smart choice. I like it a lot. So yeah, and he has a thigh cut here, as you can see. You can see a little bit of a seam there. I don't mind it, but you know, it could be a little bit better though. But yeah, he has a cut here at the thigh, which is not very loose, but a little bit here in the beginning. No, it's not very loose, and you know, it's okay. He has a double jointed knees. The ring is very tight, very tight, but it moves pretty good. He doesn't have a boot cut, unfortunately. He doesn't have a boot cut and no ankle rotation, but he can hinge his feet down, and he has no pivot. So that's a little bit unfortunate when it comes to the articulation of this figure. But you know, the rest is okay. And the shading on this figure, I wasn't expecting so much shading on this Doomsday figure. The Superman figure doesn't have a lot of shading. He doesn't have shading at all, it seems. but I still like the comic feel that they have given this Superman. He's a little bit of a lanky Superman though. They have given him a little bit of a skinny, tall Superman, but I do like it. I like the expression on his face, what I have been showing. His head is on a ball joint. His shoulders are on hinges, rotation here, double jointed elbows, rotation and hinge on his hand. He has a diaphragm joint, which only crunch forward still there. He has an hinged ball pack at his hip, which only kicks forward still there. Outwards much better, double jointed knees, and his feet can hinge down. So that's the articulation on Superman. So overall I can say I would definitely recommend this. Let's look at the size comparisons. Here is Superman and Doomsday next to a Marvel Legends figure, and yeah, they are a little bit shorter than the Marvel Legends figures. Yes, they are very good in skill with the SH figure arts, exactly the same. So let's see. Here you have him. Here you have Doomsday first next to Vegeta SH figure arts. Here you have Superman next to the Vegeta SH figure arts. Kinugaman, and last but not least the Mesco 1-12 collective Superman. And you can see that the Mesco one is a little bit bigger, but the proportions are different on this one. His feet is much smaller and his head, so I like the proportions more in this one, much more, and I like the price point much more in this one, and I like these two figures overall more. These are now definitely my favorite figures in my collection, and that says enough. I really do like them more than the import figures actually, and I'm a big import fan, but yeah, they are so awesome. So that is my figure review on these figures. I can show off a little bit of poses. I can show off, I can put on the accessories, for example, on this one. So let's put his effect part on his fist, like this. You can see a little bit like that. It's very cool. You can put them here like he's punching him in his abdominal area. His hip is a little bit loose here, unfortunately, as well. They really need to work on that, but overall I am satisfied. I don't mind it, but I can understand why some people would. So yeah, I can show them off with this part. It looks very nice, you see. And yeah, so I can put on the diorama piece here, a little bit of everything here. So overall I can say I definitely will recommend this. And I did a review on this 4 times, and the other ones were much better, I definitely know for sure. But unfortunately, yeah, it didn't pay off. But now I can bring more honest review because I had it for a longer time. Now I have it for a couple of days here. So I know I definitely do like this 2-pack. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful, let's say that. And yeah, next up is Superman. Maybe some Dragon Ball Z figure. I don't know what's up next actually. So see you guys later. Take care.